I grew up in a town of 350 people. My family was CEOs, meaning Christmas and Easter only, and then they weren't even that. So didn't really have much of a background as a Christian. Make my before Christ life kind of short because it wasn't pretty, and I got involved in drinking myself and drugs and abortion. 60s, 70s, it was that type of thing, and didn't really have any parameters, and I just kept kind of pushing it. But I can tell God He was working on me as I look back. There was a time when I was really low, and I cried out for God to help me, not knowing who I was calling, and He did. God just answered a strong cry of my heart, and that kind of started me on the path, I think, and the fact that He actually answered this plea. We had a couple of senior saints that lived out in the country where we were, and they were praying for revival. And our area, Waukesha, Mukwonago, Wisconsin, really had a revival, and many, many people got saved at the time. One of my friends who we had partied with many times, one time we were sitting on his couch and we looked at I think it was a Time magazine, and it had a cover of Jesus people on it. And we said, I think we're going to be that someday, not knowing what we were saying. However, probably within a year approximately, I went over to his house, and his name is Dean, and his face was glowing, and I didn't know if anybody else saw it. I don't know if it was apparent to anyone else, but I saw it. And I asked him, what is going on? Your face is glowing. And he started to tell me about Jesus. And his sister started telling me about Jesus. And they had a little Chihuahua dog. And the conviction of God was coming on me. I was sweating, and it was coming on pretty heavy. And their dog just started yapping. And I said Jesus Christ, like I used to say Jesus Christ before I knew Him. The fear of God, it just came right through me. I was scared. I wasn't just uncomfortable, I was scared about what was going to happen. So that night, Dean and Tim and a couple other friends took me to a coffee house in Waukesha, gave my heart to the Lord, and peace came. God's love came. It was pretty dramatic. My parents thought I was a little crazy for a while, and maybe kind of acted like it. It might have been somewhat, but so yeah, that was how I came to the Lord, and He rescued me.